Coach, I hope you're feeling good, and welcome into the game in Tuscaloosa.
Right, I'm fine. I just had a flat tire way back in the back of the ranch, and hadn't been for Benji, I'd still be sitting back there, but we got it fixed.
I got you. It always stinks to have flat tires. I don't know why, just awkward positions there. Yeah. Well, I'm glad
you can't find the jack. You can't find anything, but anyway, we finally got it fixed.
Coach, it's good to have good friends, though, right? I mean, it's good to have good friends that can bail you out, though.
And that's the truth.
Coach, let me ask you. So I hear you're out there on the ranch. I mean, you must be feeling good.
Well, I was back. Benji's on the dozer, and I was watching him do some work, and I just ran over some place where I shouldn't have been. I shouldn't have been in the truck in that environment. Anyway, we're going to burn some pastures, and anyway, I shouldn't have been out there. But anyway, he bailed me out.
Well, good deal, Coach. A question came in earlier today, and I said I'm going to save this one for Coach Stallings on our program. Does running the football still work?
Sure it does. If you want to win.
That's simple enough. Would you approach the same way that you coach the game? Would you approach it the same way in current college football?
Yeah, I would. I'd still go in the huddle and call the play and try to win with the way the guys played, not necessarily the you call. See, a lot of people think that they win now because of what they call and what they play. I still believe you win because my players play better than your players, regardless of what's called. Yeah, I'd still coach the same way.
Okay. Well, hey, there was a caller who called in and said, well, I'd love to know what Coach Stallings would think about this. And I said, well, why don't I just write it down and I'll ask him. Coach, but any thoughts about Alabama and Clemson? I know we're 19 days away and we'll have plenty of opportunity, but what's your early thoughts on this game?
I think Alabama's going to play the best game they played all year. They're somewhat fortunate to be in the game. They realize that. They're not going to give anything away. And Clemson has got a good football team too. But I think that we're going to see Alabama's best game that they played this year because I think they're happy that they end the game and they're going to give it all they have to get to that championship game. That's just personal opinion. Now, Clemson's a good football team too. They playing at the top of their game now, and Alabama's not. They didn't play all that good against Auburn. Didn't play all that good really against LSU and Mississippi State. But they did win 2 of the 3, and so I think we're going to see Alabama's best game.
Coach, I know we talked about this last week, but now it's official. Jeremy Pruitt on Friday become the Tennessee coach. I know you have to be proud of one of your former players getting another big SEC job.
I haven't. I've tried to call him several times, and every time I call him on his cell phone, his voicemail is full and not accepting any more calls. But anyway, it hadn't been because I hadn't tried to get in touch with him. But yeah, I'm extremely pleased and proud of him. I've tried to call Phil Fulmer too, and I can't get him, so I just gave up.
I got you. Well, I can give you Coach's personal cell phone number, and maybe that can help you get a little direct connection. But I mean, just looking at him and where he came from, of playing at the University of Alabama and working his way all the way up, pretty remarkable, his story. Very similar to Dabo and
yeah. Well, his daddy was a coach, and he was very knowledgeable of the game when he played for me. He didn't play all that much, but he did play as a transfer, and I'm very, very proud of Jeremy. He's gone as far as anybody could possibly go. Now he's got an opportunity to go on and play for the big game, and I bet you will see Tennessee a whole lot better football team.
Yeah, no doubt about it. Coach, we've got a ton of phone calls. I want to get to a few of these. If you don't mind, let's work our way through these, and we'll start out here.
Okay, now Ryan, before we hang up, I want you to be sure and give him Jeremy's telephone number.
Okay, yeah, I will. All right, let me go 205-342-9904. Red, good afternoon. You're on with Coach Stallings.
Good evening, Coach. You're sounding good today, buddy.
Hey, Red, I could have used you a little while ago. We way back in the back of the ranch and had a flat. But anyway, the guy that works for me, Benji's worked for me 25 years, he bailed me out. I didn't even know how to find the jack, to tell you the truth.
Oh, man, these cars and the trucks nowadays, it's almost impossible. You have to read the instructions to learn how to jack the darn tire.
You've got to have a PhD to be able to even find where your equipment is.
Sure do. Well, glad you got it done, Coach. got a couple of questions, Coach. Is your daughter and your son-in-law, they coming home from Christmas from Haiti?
Yeah, they all gonna be in for Christmas. Obviously, Jackie and I'm gonna be inducted into the Hall of Fame of the Sugar Bowl, so I'll be down to that game. And so anyway, and Jackie, whose son plays for Clemson, they'll be there, but obviously they won't be able to come for Christmas because he'll be working out. But the children will all be there. Thanks for asking.
Well, that's great, Coach. The other question is, when you were in the pros, did you ever have a player to come in right after serving his time in the military?
Now, say that again. I didn't understand, Red.
I use, for example, say a Navy cadet in football, he has to do his time in the military before he can come back and play ball. Did you ever have a player to come back and play?
Roger Staubach, he did. He's the only one that I never had one that other outside of Roger that played, did the military service and came back, played. When I was at Texas A&M, everybody was in the cadet corps, and a lot of them went into the service.
Right, and I remember well with Roger Staubach, but were you coaching when he first came in, or were you already there? I mean, was
I was on the staff, and we had two quarterbacks, had Roger and Craig, and Coach Landry had to make the decision on which one was going to be the starting quarterback, and went with Roger, and Craig went with Denver, and we played Denver in the Super Bowl, and obviously won the game.
Yeah, I love Roger Staubach. He was a great quarterback, and proud of his military duties too. Because I know a lot of folks who want to talk to you, buddy, and I'll let you go. Tell Miss Suzanne hello, and the rest of the family. We love you, Coach, and we'll talk to you later, sir.
Okay, and have a Christmas, Red.
Thank you so much, Red. 205-342-9904. Corey in Trussville, Alabama. You're on with Coach Stallings. Good afternoon, Corey.
Hey, Coach Stallings. How are you doing this afternoon, sir?
Corey, I'm doing fine, other than having a flat and putting me in a bad humor, but other than that, I'm doing good.
I'm glad you're able to get that flat tire fixed. I have a couple of questions. I have a couple of questions for you.
All right.
First one is, we know Clemson has a very good defensive line, and that's pretty much their strength on defense. What would you suggest for Alabama in order to attack that defensive line? And second thing is, Alabama lost a heartbreaker to Clemson last year. How do you think Alabama will handle it emotionally going into the game? Because you don't want to over-emotionally think it as a revenge game. How do you think Alabama will treat it emotionally going into the game?
First of all, that game was last year, and a lot of football has been played between now and then. They will remember the fact that they lost that game, and I think we're going to see the very best Alabama has. Whether or not that's good enough remains to be seen, because Clemson's a good football team, too. But it's going to be an excellent football game. I'm glad I'm going to be there.
And the second thing is, congratulations on you being into the Sugar Bowl Hall of Fame. And I remember watching you coach, and I just admire for what you did for the University of Alabama and beating Miami, because if my memory serves correct, nobody gave us a chance to win, and you proved us wrong. You proved the media wrong. You proved everybody wrong, and you and Jay Barker and the defense did it right, and we beat the Miami Hurricanes. And I just appreciate everything you did for the University of Alabama. You will always be remembered in the Alabama fans' hearts for everything you did, and I just appreciate everything you did, Coach Stallings. You were one of my favorite coaches.
Well, I appreciate it. And if you'll remember back when we were getting ready to play Miami, and the media was talking about how good Miami was, and I kept saying Alabama's a better football team than Miami. We could run the football, we could stop the run, we led the country in defense in 2 or 3 categories, and I just felt like we were a better football team than Miami. Nobody paid any attention to them until the game was over.
Thank you, Corey, for your phone call. We greatly appreciate that. Let's go to JK. JK, good afternoon. You're on with Coach Stallings.
Hey, Coach. Hey, Ryan. Coach, are you getting ready for those grandkids and Christmas coming up on us too quick?
Listen, I've got just a truckload of presents, and so I'm ready for those guys to come. I look forward to seeing them every year and seeing my children, and as well as the grandchildren. So we enjoy the Christmas season. We really do.
Well, that's great to hear, Coach. Coach, I'm going to make it short and sweet tonight because I know other callers are trying to get in. Coach, we're going to be looking for a punter this year, and I wanted to ask you very quickly, what do you look for in a punter when you recruited him, and who was the best college punter you ever saw?
I've been coaching a long time, but I had a kid at Texas A&M who later became a doctor, and he punted against. He was playing for New York, and they punted against Denver, and he kicked it 97 yards. What a great punt that was! It hit and rolled, but I guess he's about as good a punter as I've ever seen.
What did you look for in a punter when you recruited him, Coach?
Well, first of all, I looked for one that could punt and get the ball off. You can be a good punter, but you got to get it off in 1.2 seconds, and if you can't get it off quick enough, now they're gonna put pressure on you. So we came up with a little rocker step where we took a step backwards. The ball was snapped, and we stepped backwards, and so anyway, we just punted, took 2 steps, and we had a lot of success. I can't ever remember getting a punt blocked other than one time, that was against Florida early in the season.
Well, that's what I was looking for, Coach. I want to thank you for the time. It's always a blessing to talk to you, and I look forward to talking to you next week. And have a great week, Coach.
Well, I appreciate it, and you guys have a good Christmas.
Absolutely. Thank you, JK. I think I hit the button maybe a little bit too quick. 205-342-9904. Hey, JR, you're on with Coach Stallings. Good afternoon, sir.
Good afternoon. How you doing, Coach?
I'm doing fine. Thank you for asking.
Well, I want to wish you and your family a Merry Christmas and the happiest of New Year.
Well, I appreciate that. I really do. And we're going to be seeing some great football games, not only Alabama and Clemson, but Georgia and Oklahoma. That's going to be a great game, too.
Sure is. Well, I've been listening to your comments, and I certainly enjoy everything you say. It's very interesting to hear your opinions of everything. But anyway, I just wanted to ask you something, and this is sort of like a gift back to me and maybe the listeners. I just want to hear you say what was your favorite memory you have of being coach at the University of Alabama. If you could share that with me.
I guess obviously the favorite, the real joy that I got out of coaching was seeing the player graduate. Games for the players, not for the coach, but see that player graduate and become successful in whatever field of life that he chose to do. That was a real pleasure that I got out of coaching. But if you just pick one minute, I guess it had to be the Sugar Bowl game when Alabama won the national championship. Now, we went 31 games without losing and won 29 in a row, and that's sort of hard to do in this day and time.
Most certainly. Well, I appreciate it again, Coach. It's great hearing from you. I hope you're doing real well and continue to do so.
Doing as well as I can, and you have a Merry Christmas, my friend.